and this block, because they, like, piglins, come down from this backup area, and you'll get like 2 or 3, and then this block just for other piglins. This is all just the same. So I'm going to be mining out this gold, and then show is just kind of what you can do for, I guess, you can loot this chest, and here we have a gold block, so I'm going to just make some armor. Boom. And so that's how we can get our armor as well. That's a consistent way of getting it, and then we'll start the same way. We will go get ourselves some gold armor first, and ideally you enter here. You might even want to just craft a gold helmet. So now we can safely run over here, and we can see that this is a good gap because we can see the gap there, but also we can just mine through here and we can see that it's open. What's nice about Gilded is I could just place this and then mine here, and we're going to aggro in the exact same spot. This, like, how much, like, double chest and a single chest right next to each other, like the chest front, and I can loot it from here, and we got a little bit of obsidian. I could just stand above them and I'm gonna get all the trades. I don't even have to necessarily drop gravel, but like if I wanted I could also do this. Yeah, I had like a few trades there. So then from here we can just go up and we can start looting chests. And so I like going to like the top of the bastion, just because this is like the easiest way to access a lot of chests. So say I'm good with my string and everything else, then I'm not even gonna bother with trading the triple. I'm just gonna go look for chests for obby. And we can see here this is a single, so I can run over to this side and I like standing on top of this basalt and I can loot it from. So I like going to like the top of the bastion, just because this is like the easiest way to access a lot of chests. So say I'm good with my string and everything else, then I'm not even gonna bother with trading the triple. I'm just gonna go look for chests for obby. And we can see here this is a single, so I can run over to this side and I like standing on top of this basalt and I can loot it from here. And we got a little bit of obsidian. From here, like you could obviously go to the triple and loot the triple chests, because triple chests are really good to loot because of how like how much like double chest and a single chest right next to each other, like the chest proximity is so good and you just get so much loot from them. So they're really good. And then obviously you can come over here and loot this other part of the double chest that you already looted. You looted this one down here, and now this one has another chest up here. Just getting familiar with the different upper ramparts, so you know what chest to loot is really important, and then obviously getting familiar with the lower ramparts, so you know. And I would probably go down here to this chest first, and then we would go over here, and then we can mine through this wall actually, and rank guarantees one chest has at least 5 obby. And so you can know if you have 15 obby that you just have to search for the 5 obby chest, and then you'll just look for that. But in RSG, obviously that's not going to be a possibility. So that's the left gap route, the right gap route, and the triple as a backup. The next thing I'm going to show is just kind of what you can do for, I guess, looting chests. I'll show it off like just different ways to get armor, because I think getting armor is like one of the most important things that you need to like understand how to do, because honestly this bastion is really, really dangerous. And so it's similar to housing, I would say, in the fact that you just need to get that armor, and ideally you just enter with armor. So like on a temple seat, if you have 6 gold, just make yourself some boots, make yourself a helmet. But you won't always have that luxury, and depending on where you come in from or what like your kind of what the orientation of the bastion is, like what kind of ramparts there are, you will have to make different decisions. Although I will say that there is one decision that is consistent, and this is this chest. You can always decide to go down to this chest. The only problem is that it's kind of dangerous to get down there, but if you are confident enough in your movement that you could run through here and kind of dodge these hoglins, then if you, say, came to the bastion from here, and you know that the ramparts are on that side, you kind of get yourself to the middle, and then you can just run across through here to this chest down here. And you can build up 2 like this, and if there's a hoglin on you, mine above, and then build up 3 like this, and then we can loot this chest, and here we have a gold block, so I'm going to just make some armor. Boom. And so that's how we can get our armor as well. That's a consistent way of getting it, and then obviously the upper ramparts or bad gap chests are like the inconsistent ways where you kind of have to know the decision making. If there's ever a double chest on either the left or the right, you can always do this trick that I've shown earlier. If there's upper chests, sometimes all you need is 1 distraction gold, and then you drop the distraction gold, and then you run in and you can loot the chest. If we want to make it safer, we can just kind of block ourselves in. And then for the triple, obviously same as housing. If you're on top of it, you could drop down and place 2 blocks like this, or we could do the other thing that I taught. We could do like this and the triple. So yeah, like that. Or for the single, singles are actually like kind of dangerous, but one thing that you can do is usually there's piglins hanging out up here, and usually there's not piglins hanging out down here. So you can actually run down to the right, and so there's a piglin down here, but it's like this is from the lower bad gap, so it's actually not gonna be able to hit you. And instead, what we can do is we can mine this block and loot this chest from below. So like just this back corner block, we can kind of loot that from below. And usually this is like kind of safe because you can block yourself behind and then just kind of loot this, and it's mostly chill. So that's like a good way to loot the single. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of just about obtaining the armor, and then once you have the armor, you can do the route. For ranked, there's always going to be a guaranteed gap, so you're always going to want to play the gap